Hello and welcome to another episode of the GP podcast. Nope, let's start that over. Nah. All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Golden Phoenix podcast. This is your host, Golden Phoenix. And yeah, welcome to episode 5. Last time we had a pretty lengthy episode, about 3 hours almost. Anyway, about 3 hours of just video game news. Well, not news, information. For if you wanted to make an informed purchase on open world games. Well, not open world games in general, just 3. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. 4 if you count the Grand Theft Auto 5 recap that I did, but Grand Theft Auto 5, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Skyrim. Now, today we're going to be going over zombie apocalypse. Yes, the thing that everybody wants because we hate our lives and what society has come to. A zombie apocalypse. We want to reset. I think that's why, like, especially, well, at least here in America, that we want a zombie apocalypse. I mean, it just makes sense to me. You hate your life. Everything's going bad. You got bill collectors keep calling you. What's better than a fucking apocalypse? And especially a zombie apocalypse where, like, most of the people fucking die. Bada bing, bada boom. Bam. Get rid of your bill collector. And nobody's gonna question it either. Like, oh, he was infected. Well, my bad. Fuck. You burn your bank down that owed you fucking 100 or you burn the other shit down. It's just like, oh, whoa, just collateral damage of the zombies. Oh no. Seriously though, yeah, I think it's mostly because people want to reset and they hate their lives, so be a good chance to just go back and reset society. At least that's my theory, but that we're so obsessed about it, at least now. But before I'm flipping through my notes, before we start with my plan, this thing I want to talk about though. There's another thing I want to talk about real quick on like superheroes. Like, how come, like, with all of these aliens that we have in the media, like especially with superheroes and things of that nature, and yeah, with Kryptonians and Martians. I don't really think Marvel has too many aliens that are on Earth. They have aliens, just not aliens on Earth, not like Earth does. Anywho, with all these aliens, you think that there would be like a thing like Superman other than just green kryptonite? Because first of all, technically green kryptonite is pretty fucking rare to get and or expensive. So I don't know where everybody's getting all this green kryptonite from. And yeah, do you think it'd be like I don't know, if he was gonna have a weakness that was Earth, it would be actually Earth based. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I might be getting Superman's lore wrong of why he's actually. I probably am. I probably fucking am. You're getting his lore wrong of why he's actually weak to kryptonite. I believe that's part of his planet that blew up. I'm not totally sure. I'm not gonna research it right now because I don't want to. But anyway, you thinking he'd be like since his physiology is different from ours, he'd be like I don't know, allergic to cinnamon or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He break out in hives like all Kryptonians are allergic to the chemical composition in cinnamon, and now they just it's like fuck. It's not like he just dies. It looked like green kryptonite or something. It's just like he just cannot have it, or fucking, I don't know, beer or something. I don't know. Fuck, anything. Yeah, but it seems like all aliens that visit Earth are somehow immune to everything that we have, which is weird. And don't try to pull Martian, uh, Martian Manhunter. Don't try to pull that with the fire. He's not technically. It's technically a psychological weakness rather than a physical one. He's just. It's just like it, the trauma of his planet burning is so great that just the contact of fire is harmful to him. So it's not that's not his weakness. Technically, it's not. Now, I don't know about because he has a niece or some shit. Like I don't know how the fuck he had a niece. Like I don't know. It's so weird. Like how the fuck does he have a niece, but not like anybody else? Anyway, I'm not going to research into any of these characters. If you have answers for that, please put in the comments below. I have no idea. But yeah, that was just running through my mind. Like, yo, how come like nobody's like allergic to cinnamon or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, Martian Manhunter. I put paprika in there. You don't want that. That'll kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Or make them itch or something. Like, god damn, my fucking balls itch. Fuck you. Fuck you, Green Arrow. Green Arrow was like, haha. Not useless after all. Like, other than being rich, he's really just an okay Hawkeye. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anywho, that's my little offside thing, and yeah. So let's get on to into zombies. Now, the thing about zombies, what zombies would be an ideal zombie apocalypse? Honestly, any World War Z zombies, humanity's gonna be decimated. Humanity's gonna die. Like humanity is literally like gonna be decimated to probably like the 1%. Like, and when I say 1%, I'm probably not even that. Probably like zero. Probably like 0.1%. Like literally, because you have people running at full speed. Now, granted, with the scientific factors of a zombie that should take place, that the body breaks down, that the body would be breaking down, so it wouldn't be a problem after a while, but the initial outbreak would be horrible. Especially for those CrossFit motherfuckers or people that run marathons. Or, yeah, marathons. Like, but, those are, kind of few and far in between. But, after, like I said, after, some time, muscle and tissue would break down, and you just kind of have just a bunch of bodies kind of crawling more or less after you because the legs will just give out. And then the arms would just give out, and they'd just be like, and it's just like, okay, well, this is less of a threat than I thought it would be. You have continuous zombies because you have those stupid people that ain't gonna tell the group, oh no, I ain't get bit, covering up with his sleeve, fucking sleeve bleed, right? He's bleeding through his sleeve. He's like, what's that? Like, oh no, I just scraped myself when I fell, coming in, yeah. Later that night, he turns and starts ripping people apart, and then that whole group is gone. So that's 10 more zombies. So yeah, it's something wild like that, and holy shit, are you serious? Oh, never mind. Sorry, I thought I saw something that it threw me the fuck off, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Okay, so never mind. It's not as bad as I thought. Okay, never mind. I tripped myself out. Yeah, but yeah, it Yeah, that should definitely take effect. Honestly, honestly, I guess many zombies as there would be after like the first day. Like, okay, it's an actual zombie apocalypse. Like, whoever survived that first day, it would be mostly just people defending themselves, and it wouldn't be that hard. Like, even with the World War Z zombies, like it wouldn't be that hard after a minute. Like, if you survive with the fact of decaying flesh, if you survived with that, um, you would you'll be able to get. Yeah, well, if you well take that back, if you survive, I'll say if you survive about a month, if you could survive about a month into really any zombie apocalypse, you'd pretty much like with the decay of flesh, especially since there will be no nutrients going to the muscles. Within a month, they'd be pretty much starved of nutrition and about to fall apart. I think. Mm, you know what? This is one thing I am gonna look up. I am gonna look up how long does it take for a for muscles. I think that's to be the biggest determining factor. How long does it take for muscles to deteriorate? Because as soon as you get that, like as long as you survive bypass that, but let's say about 6 months, honestly, which is really long for a zombie apocalypse, because the average survivor lasts about 3 months. That'd be the average survivor. Like, oh yeah, 3 months. No, but seriously though, like that's the average survivor of a zombie apocalypse. So if you make it past 3 months, you made it past the average. Because the first 2 weeks are just gonna be chaos. First 2 weeks are just gonna be chaos. Like you might have like the National Guard come in, but I think after a minute, like especially 2 weeks of just straight zombies, that will be gone too, and basically the government is going to be in shambles if it's still there, especially after a month. After a month, yeah, I honestly wouldn't want. I honestly would not want to be anywhere near society. To be honest, for a good minute, because people are like, "Oh no, we need to evacuate." Nope, no, no. Because as soon as somebody comes in and they're, oh no, I'm not sick, and start turning, that's it. That's it. You're just gonna run into situations and pass into situation. It's just gonna be a fucking right. It's gonna be a fucking food fest everywhere. So I mean, that's my main reason. I just don't trust people because people just be like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need stupid people, and nor do I need stupid people being too paranoid. Like half of you fuckers are. And half of you fuckers are too paranoid for your own fucking good. Think everybody's out to get you. Anywho, I'm one to talk, but anywho, um, yeah, I don't need you need to run in any of those either. Like, oh, you're a zombie. Like, no, I'm not. I don't care. Shot. I mean, some of you guys are fucking psychopaths. Is you be an opportunity just to kill people and rape or whatever, and it's just like, yo, you're just fucking evil. Like you're not a hero. You're just fucking evil. But yeah, um, yeah. The funny thing is, some people see that as true strength, which is really odd, which is like the fucked up part about society. But I mean, I don't. What are you gonna do? I mean, you can go the Punisher route and just kill a bunch of killers. So there's less killers in the world, but yeah, I mean, it's just mostly going to be an eye for an eye. I think everybody that's like empathetic, like, oh man, let's help that guy, because a lot of people are like, hey, let's help that guy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I believe, have some degree of empathy, some degree, and they'd be like, oh, hey, this person stuck, and they might mistake it for a zombie, and it's like, fuck, especially with the World War Z zombies, they get their neck bit, and after a few couple weeks of either being constantly on the move, especially being constantly on the move and not eating, and or constantly on the move and you not used to it, which is probably going to be the majority of people, especially in America, you're gonna be fucked. It's not like you're gonna be able to move a car anywhere, and like even if you do get some roads that are moderately clear, it's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough. You get some shit that's moderately clear, and it's it's not gonna be enough. But yeah, and it's gonna be a bunch of psychopaths left, sociopaths and psychopaths left. People just not as kind as you think. You know, they give all the gun nuts something to do though. Get them off my property. You know, it's good. Honestly, I'd be scared of one of them too. You know, they're out here trying to be John Wayne out in the zombie apocalypse, shooting everything that basically moves, and you wander somehow. You make a mistake and wander too close, bam, you get shot. So, like that, I know there's gonna be them out there, and that definitely is what's scaring me about that. So, yeah, just the implications of just humanity going down the shitter with just human behavior, and how most humans function is just like human population is gonna go like that, with people not being able to get away because they're not in shape, especially with the World War Z zombies. Yeah, with the World War Z zombies, and let's just focus on. Well, try to focus on that. People shooting everywhere, falling debris, cars crashing, people just shooting, out of being scared and desperation and just wanting to. I think it's definitely, going to be pretty much a bloodbath, especially in the first 2 weeks. Yeah, I say 2 weeks for a reason. I think after 2 weeks, it's going to calm down a lot. It's going to calm down a lot because a lot of people are going to be dead. It's going to be a lot less. After 2 weeks of zombies everywhere, you kind of gonna know, like, okay, what's going on. If you don't know, I feel sorry for you. Like, I don't know how you not know what's going on. 2 weeks of a zombie apocalypse. 2 weeks. How do you not know? Especially if you live in a major city. Now, if you're like one of the people that live in the country, you might not know. Especially if you're retired and, out on the ranch somewhere, and you might not know. You might not know at all. Like, unless you have, like, satellite or internet, you know what I'm saying? You try to call somebody or, Right, hello. Yeah, I ain't heard from Cleves in a minute. I better go. Or, have some old farmer guy. I'm going to go down to the general store. Takes his pickup truck. Down to the general store. Tries to go to get a glass of milk. A pitcher of milk and some eggs, because the wife wanted the eggs when she was going to make a pie. And probably a couple smokes for him because he's running low and he doesn't like to run out. He doesn't make these trips often. Old Cletus, he's gonna go inside the store because there's not gonna be nobody there. And after 2 weeks, and he might hear a couple of rustling. Cletus doesn't mind. Honestly, Cletus is a bit surprised about how empty the store is. Normally, there's Darlene. Darlene, he's a little fond of her. Not as fond as he is of his wife, but he does have a sweet spot for Darlene. That is basically like his daughter that he never had, and well, yeah, I say daughter that he never had. He does have a daughter, but Cletus is what you call a homophobic, and that's his daughter is lesbian. Her name is Mary, and she moved out at 20, and it tore their family apart, but they stayed strong, and yeah, it tore them apart. Mom was like, "You heathen." The dad didn't even speak. Charles did not even speak to his newly gay daughter, the heathen. She was sent out that moment. Sent out. Barely enough time to even get any of their clothes. Mary was sent out to live on her own. And she hasn't been in contact with him since. But Darlene, Darlene was a daughter after his own heart, unlike that Mary. So he thought it was just Darlene since he hadn't seen her up at the counter, But like I said, the whole quiet store, it was a bit curious to him how quiet the store was, because normally at this time the store isn't as quiet, but he didn't mind one bit. Yeah, he liked the townsfolk, and the town folks liked him, but he didn't get too close to them, and they didn't get too close to him either. So yes, it was more of a you leave me alone, I leave you alone type of deal, and they all liked that. We just kept supplying them with fresh eggs and a few meats, and a nice little arrangement going on. Besides, he was the city's pride and joy as he brought home the 1992's, yes, the 1992's Sharpshooter National Sharpshooter Award, straight from the president himself. Now, it's been goddamn near 30 years, but Cletus is their pride and joy, and he's not going to let him go. He's not going to let that go. Now, back to Cletus in the store. Cletus, sorry, let me just get a little comfortable and really tell this story. Now, Cletus, he goes into the bread aisle, and here's his little rustling again, and it concerns him a little bit more, but Cletus doesn't mind. Just thinks it's Darlene again. Darlene was a little bit of a jokester, like to joke around. He's an old man. So she knew Darlene knew Cletus had a soft spot for her, and so she liked to joke around with him. Pretty much a sweet old man, and she liked that. Not that she liked him, but she did like that she got a little bit of money, and his wife wasn't all that bad. They helped her out, unlike their other daughter, Mary, unlike their own flesh and blood, Mary, who was forced out on the street at the tender age of 16 upon coming out to her parents about being a lesbian. But that's for a different story. Now, Cletus, gathered his eggs and milk and material, and he went to the store. He went inside. He went to he's already in the store, and he went to the register and said, "Hello, is anybody there? Is anybody there at the register?" And sure enough, there's a little bell. There's a little bell, just in case you don't see the cashier right away. There's a little bell that you ring, just ding ding, real quick, just a couple taps, just real quick. And so he rang the bell, and sure enough, he heard some rustling come up behind him. But that wrestling was not Darlene. That wrestling. Well, I say it wasn't Darlene, but it was. Not the Darlene he knew at all. The Darlene. That Darlene was gone. The Darlene that he saw before him was a zombie. Hungering for flesh and bone. And right now, this zombie Darlene didn't see a Cletus. She saw meat. And in one swift sprint, she came after Cletus. Cletus didn't even stand a chance. Cletus didn't even stand a chance. Devoured in an instant. And you'd think that old Cletus would die alone in the cold jaws of zombie Darlene. No. For you see in the window, Mary herself. Oh yes, Mary. She's still a part of this story. For after she was thrown out at the tender age of 16, she went to the big city and lived her life for 10 long years. She had eventually found herself a girlfriend, and lo and behold, her and her girlfriend was in the middle of their own apartment when it happened. They managed to survive the first week by just scrounging around in the big city. But they finally made the decision to go to Mary's parents' place. Mary and, Lisa. Mary and Lisa. Lisa is the girlfriend of Mary, you see. And they decided that they couldn't do this city thing anymore, but they didn't know where to go. For Lisa, her parents were also in the city, but unfortunately they got to them a little too late. They were already gone. So Mary, she had the bright idea. Hey, let's go to my parents. My parents have a big ranch out in the middle of nowhere, little nice secluded, not too far from the store, but far enough that they'll see something coming. And she figured that she'd go down to her parents because in spite of her hating her parents for kicking her out for being the gay, she still figured that they were her family and that she was their daughter, and despite of all the history that they've had, that it was apocalypse, so it was time to probably start anew. And so she figured, why not? And they packed up and started driving towards the city. And she figured, why not? And throughout the hustle and bustle of some zombies, she saw her dad's truck. She was surprised. Also a bit worried, for Mary thought that her father had turned into a zombie. Not that it would detrimentally hurt her too much, but she would be heartbroken, if you know what I'm trying to put down. If you can pick up what I'm trying to put down. And as she walked up to the store, she saw her dad standing at the register, just ringing that bell, ring, ring, ring. And then she saw Darlene. Now, Mary knew Darlene from her childhood years. Her and Darlene were good friends. Not the best, but good enough. And, as a matter of fact, she still talk to Darlene every now and then to basically get updates of her parents, especially whenever her dad came into the store. And that was the most news. And that was how she got news of her parents every time she called Darlene. It's kind of sad to get a secondhand account of your parents, but, you know, and some might think family is not by blood, not made by blood, but by bond. And you would be true. But in some situations, you just can't let go as fast as you would like. Because, like I said, they are still your parents. But I digress. She saw on that fateful hour, Darlene the zombie devour her dad. Honestly, I forgot what the dad's name was. So that's why I'm not saying it. I forgot what his name was. I think it was Harold. But anywho, she saw the zombie devour her dad and gnaw on the flesh and bone like it was some type of gristle. She stood for a second in horror, with her gun in her hands. A pistol, if you might add. Now, you think that Mary wouldn't want a pistol? Of course she wants a pistol. Her father trained her in some type of firearm. That was, at least before she got kicked out. So she was slightly proficient. And during the past at least 2 days, she had also taught her girlfriend Lisa the basics. So not only were there 2 skilled women with firearms, they were on their way to protect her parents' house, and especially with her father's gun, marksmanship. She thought that they would have a standing chance to outweather this storm. But she was wrong. She was so wrong as she saw that zombie tear apart her father. And as she stood there and watched for at least a minute, she felt a hand press upon her shoulder. A hand that she almost blew off with her own gun. But Mary had realized that it was just her beloved Lisa. Wow, and fighting back tears, Lisa and Mary drove down the road a bit of ways and around down the corner to her parents' ranch, which she was greeted promptly by her mom, who told her she almost told her to get out. And if her father seen her like this, a heathen, he would be ashamed. Just as ashamed as he was all those years ago. Well, at least that's what Mary's mom thinks. For another twist to this story, Mary's dad, whose name I forget, Mary's dad, every year on her birthday would send her a letter and some cash saying, "My dear sweet Mary, I wish your mother could love you like I do. Happy birthday. Love, Dad." And while the sentiment was not enough to cover up the betrayal in him siding with her mother, she still thanked him and was still grateful for his love every year. But as Mary's mother went on this rant, behind her, out of the house, for they were very open people, so, and it was a particular hot summer day, so the back door was open and the front door was open, and through the back onto the front porch where Mary's mother was standing came a zombie. And that zombie tore Mary's mother to shreds right in front of her eyes. And it was then that Mary pulled the trigger and ended the zombies and Mary's and her mother's life. And that is the story of Mary and Lisa trying to survive the zombie apocalypse on her parents' ranch. Well, not properly hers. As they try to defend themselves against the world. Will Lisa and Mary survive? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe if you tune in, you find out the rest of the story of Mary and Lisa. Oh boy. Alright, that was literally straight off the top. Hope you guys like that. I have no idea what I was doing. I didn't even want to like go into like a fucking story. I was just gonna talk about the type of zombies, how humanity was gonna be decimated. And yeah, it just went on to making a story. I think his name was Harold. And how, yeah, because it started off with some random, secluded folks that might not have the news, especially, old folks that might not have the news, and they'll just, be doing their own thing, and, oh, well, I ran out of supplies, I gotta go into town. And that's how that story started. I didn't think it was gonna be all big like that, but hey, I thought it was actually pretty good, especially straight off the top. But anywho, oh yeah, sorry. If you guys were wondering where Tyrone was, he was on vacation. And yeah, he says we gotta go to commercial break. So commercial break it is, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Hi, have you ever wanted wanted refreshing a new beer that you could make your own that didn't taste like that crappy watery light beer that they have at the store? Then say no more, friends. You can now make your own Santiago IPA at home with our Santiago beer maker. Ba, ba, ba. Just grab the hops, flavor, add a little bit of water, and put it in the machine to chill and make its Santiago magic for your own refreshing beer. Santiago Beer Crafter. Must be 18 or older to use. Come down to Reedham and Weep Casino this Saturday night for the ultimate boxing match of the century. I know we say that for every boxing match, but still, I don't know. Anywho, come down for the boxing match of the century between Lightfoot Johnson and Big Dick Nigga. Lightfoot Johnson versus Big Dick Nigga at the Reedham and Weep Casino this Saturday. Buy tickets online now at readhamandweep.com. And we are back. All right. So now we got that out the way. What is my zombie plan? The ideal zombies, like I said, are the slow ones. My zombie plan is to, honestly, it depends. It depends if I'm out and about. If I'm out and about, then I'm just gonna start hitting up stores. Like, if it's just fucking pandemonium and chaos, I'm gonna start fucking hitting up stores and start grabbing some shit. Like, not like food or nothing. No. I'm going to a tech store or the electronics section of a store, and not like, getting like a TV or nothing. No. I'm going to get a solar powered, anything solar powered, like one of those rugged solar powered battery packs that they have or whatever. Anything I can find solar powered, I'm gonna get, and I'm gonna try to stash away as I hurry home, or however I'm gonna get home. Either way, getting home, and then I'm gonna wait for 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks worth of food in my house, but honestly, I can make it last for like a month. It won't be very good to do, but I can make it last for a month. And yeah, the only thing about waiting those 2 weeks is how am I going to poop? It's like, okay, so I can pee in the toilet and it's gonna go down eventually, but poop ain't going nowhere. It's like, do I just open a window and just dump it out the window? I mean, I'm gonna get caught. That's the hard part. It's just like, okay, so if I wait this 2 weeks out, and it's just there's so many factors, and just I don't have a foolproof plan. I don't. And you think the best thing would do would be is to go with survivors, and I'm like, no, I can't go with survivors because I know somebody's gonna fuck something up. I know somebody is, and it's just gonna piss me the fuck off. And yeah, then I'm gonna leave because I ruined the energy of the group. Or anyway. And it is weird. I don't know. That's why I'm, said wait to 2 weeks, and by that time it should be drowned out. So or something should happen. But yeah, if I'm home, I'm gonna wait 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna go out and then get the solar powered chargers or whatever have you I can get my hands on. Yeah. So I'm probably try to find some camping gear or something if it's not already taken already. Yeah, try to go to different stores and take camping gear, or at least something I can just makeshift into camping gear. But you know what? I probably won't even have to be honest. I could probably like go and get just stuff by breaking into people's houses, honestly. Or I can go, um, because I live next to the airport, so I could live in a plane. I could live in a plane. Like I said, pooping not a good idea, but I could live in a plane. It wouldn't be ideal, but I can make it work. Hmm. Especially if the seats come off. I'm thinking like as I'm going along with this, so if it sounds off, I'm just trying to make something up. I can go. I can make that work. I can make that work. Yeah, I can make that work. Huh, I didn't think about that before. I could live in an airplane. I wouldn't be able to fly it, but I could live in it. Hmm. And since I live in like a small city, we don't have like big airplanes. Like we do, but they're not like big international, 15-hour flight motherfuckers. Nah, they're just for I don't know, going like a few states over and then getting into a big time airplane. So yeah, you do have that. Mm. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to wait out 2 weeks though. Though, like I said, I might do the airplane thing while I wait out the 2 weeks, or at least be in or just go inside one of the rental cars. Hmm. Hmm. So many things with this plan that I have not thought out yet. Hmm. Okay. But I'm still getting the solar chargers. Anything solar that I'm getting those solar chargers. Um, probably try to find some camping materials, like I said. But if not for the airplane, probably just go and after those 2 weeks, start traveling. Start traveling. And yeah, I'm gonna try to start traveling. I'm not gonna find family. Honestly, I'm not. I'm not gonna try to find family. It's basically a suicide mission. It's basically a suicide mission because they could be anywhere. And yeah, I'm not gonna. As much as I would want to, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I don't know. I'm just too much, and I'm too independent for my own good. Um, but yeah, I hate the plan of I'm gonna go to Walmart. Yeah, I'm gonna fortify that. I'm like, everybody has that plan. Everybody and their mother has that fucking plan. Just like everybody and their mother has a plan to go into the ocean. Oh, I'm gonna go in the ocean and live down there. It's so that's that. So yeah, I'm not gonna try to do that. Now you would think, oh, you could probably try to start the plane. Yeah, I don't know anything about fucking flying a plane, so I'm probably gonna fucking crash it and die. So yeah, so I said I'm not gonna go anywhere with it. But yeah, and I'm not gonna try to hold up in a fucking supermarket. Good God, no. First of all, there's so many entrances in a supermarket, It's ridiculous. It's not. It is not the safest place to go. Like, it's just not at all. Like, sure, you can block some places off, blah blah blah, but it's so many different things, that places that you gotta seal off. That is ridiculous. It's just plain old dumb. Like, sure, you got a bunch of heavy stuff and shelves and things, but it's so much work to do that. It doesn't make sense. Now, the only thing I probably would agree with is some places have like supermarkets, like I think Lowe's have like a green room, or at least a place where you can plant things. So if you needed to plant food or something, you could plant, you know, corn, or maybe not corn, but any different little plants or whatever that you might want. So there is that that is something to do. So yeah, I'll say that that'd be the only advantage to going to a store. But yeah, you'd have to be like a part of a clan if you wanted to go to a store for that, and yeah, that wouldn't work. Um, yeah, it'd be pretty much me just kind of looting, looting supplies here and there, going to random different like restaurants or something, and trying to get whatever food that's not like completely rotten, and basically cooking that. Or, trying to find places that might have canned goods. Sorry, I tried to stretch and back up. Place that might have canned goods or whatever. But yeah, it you know last out another month, and if that's not a after I either everything's gotten cleaned out, or it's just not an ideal space, or somebody just found me and I'm like, all right, I gotta dip. Just be a nomad. Honestly, just be a fucking nomad. Take some supplies with me and just start walking. You know, and just find random places to crash. Break into an apartment building, because nobody suspects that. Okay, so sure, it'd be like a zombie trap, but it also wouldn't. Well, it would be safe from people at least. I can control zombies. I can't control people. And really, like, to save yourself from a zombie, like, go up to the third floor or wherever floor. You just go up one, from the ground floor, and you're basically good. I mean, like, really, as long as you're not on the ground floor, you're good. Now you got those apartment buildings where like the first floor is like lower, is like kind of underground a little bit. Those might be a problem, maybe depending on like what it is, but they might be a problem. But yeah, I mean, it's really not that bad. Yeah, but yeah, that's really not that bad. Especially once you get inside an apartment and then you just kind of either board it back up, or you know what have you. The only thing about being alone is not really being able to sleep like you want to, especially if, like, I don't know, I guess if zombies got like a whiff of you, which I don't think so. Because if we're talking about just regular slow ass Walking Dead zombies, then no, no. Like, as long as you don't make too much noise, you should be good. So honestly, I think that'd be it. As long as you don't make too much noise, you should be fine. Which would be easier if you were on the first floor, because the floors wouldn't creak, at least not as much. But yeah, apartment buildings is kind of where it's at. It's a little bit fortified because it's probably gonna have a lot more zombies, but you could probably, kill off a good amount and just. I'm pretty sure there'd be a few of them that aren't where the doors aren't completely decimated, you know. So all you gotta do is just go in and lock the door and sleep for the night. And you start here pounding. Like the only thing, right? The only thing about that is trying to it's trying to get out in the morning because zombies going around trying to kill you. But yeah, I think that's a pretty solid plan. After the month of just chaos going back into the city and trying to just Assassin's Creed across apartment buildings and whatever else through houses or whatever, yeah, you'd be fine. Or I could just try to make and try to make an area with a remote area in the woods and just bam, try to make a cabin. But yeah, like I said though, yeah, it's really just, I know it sounds weird. It's really just my fear of fucking people. That's just like that's fucking up my plan. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, it's gonna fuck me over. Like I know somebody's gonna try and fucking either kill me just because I'm walking and they're like zombie and I'm like, no I'm not, and it's like, but don't fucking care, bam, dead. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, it's actually pretty fucking good though. Actually pretty good though. Actually pretty satisfied with this plan. Now long term, I don't know. I might have to run into some people and just be like, well, yo, what's up? Especially like after like a year. I think after a year, you can actually like, you don't have to worry about people too much. Everybody's nerves calm down. Everybody calm down. Everybody's cool. Everybody's like, okay, this is how life is, and so yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Really, the bad thing though about a zombie apocalypse is like people that got like diabetes or heart problems, and once their medicine runs out, that's it. Like it's possible to get some, but it's going to be hard, especially if you're just like I said, you're out of shape or you just can't move or somehow disabled. Yeah, that's really where humanity, like other than the first like 2 weeks, that's really where humanity's gonna just start dropping. Like after that first probably like 3 months. That's if you haven't found medicine. You're gonna die. So there is that. And it's gonna be the fact that people are gonna, I don't know, the diet. Your diet is gonna be crazy. You're gonna have to wean yourself off of sugar. But you're not. Like you are, but you're not. Because you're basically gonna be eating whatever you can find. Which is gonna suck for a lot of people. For people who are allergic. People who haven't eaten junk in like a while. Unless you're like my friend. She has like her own garden. Like, so yeah, she's been planting stuff for a minute and she's pretty good. So, I mean, yeah, I don't see that going anywhere. So, I bet it's probably possible. But in the initial struggle, no. No. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Shit. Yeah, that's about it though. If you guys have any other ideas that I might be missing, uh, as opposed to like yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I asked a couple people like what they would do, and some people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the supermarket." I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Everybody has that idea. Everybody has that idea. So no, that's gonna be fucked up. Another person was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go on a boat." And I'm like, "Okay, okay." I mean, I know nothing about boat navigation or boat upkeep, so. Uh, and another person was like, "My area is pretty good for defending off zombies." And he was like, "I'll invite you, but you gotta bring something to the table." And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm pretty useless. I have nothing to bring to this table, so it's okay." Yeah. So that's kind of where the nomad thing is kind of at. Because I'm like, I don't bring anything to the table. I have no useful skill. I don't know, not strong in science or chemistry or biology or botany or maybe even zoology. Help out with animals at least. Yeah, it's just me and what I do with my life. So yeah, it's kind of where I kind of be by myself and kind of just do my own thing and just hope I don't run into anybody crazy. Like I said, the only problem would be like trying to sleep and trying to find some place that's safe. You know. So other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other ideas, thoughts, critiques, any real long term plans, because I really don't know. I really don't know what happened in the long term. Honestly, I mean, I guess eventually I'd have to join a group just because of my lack of skills. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, hit me up on Twitter. You can also catch this podcast on Google Play, Spotify. I might put this on iTunes. I just don't want to. I don't want to. I'm just not a. I'm not an Apple person. That's why it's not on iTunes. Now I can reach a bigger audience. I mean, but still though, I'm just not an iTunes person. I don't know. If there's an audience for iTunes, let me know. For those of you guys listening on YouTube, leave a comment or whatever. I don't care. But yeah, send in those ideas though. Like for real. Like what's your zombie plan and like what do you want to do? You know? Like are you out? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna ramble this shit? Are you gonna rally your own clan, or are you just gonna be like me, a nomad, and just kind of I don't know, a traveling salesman, kind of more or less. I kind of figure that's how it'll have to be. Go back to bartering goods, and you have your wandering salesman. Like, what's up? I got that good shit for you, man. Right, hey man, I got that good shit for you, man. And that'd be 3 cans of corn, you know, for some band aids or some shit. I don't know, like a box or some shit. And you're all, other than that, um, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, there's that. Anybody else have anything? Any ideas? Let me know in the comments or tweet me. Um, yeah, like I said, hit me up on Spotify, Google Play, Castbox, and maybe iTunes sometime in the future. Probably not though. Oh yeah, check out my meme page. I know it's weird saying, "Oh, check out my meme page, bro." Um, it's fucking cringe, but yeah, it's a stand-up kind of guy on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Facebook. Remember, a stand-up kind of guy on Facebook, and yeah, peace out. This is your host GP, and on the Golden Phoenix podcast. Good night.